All right, this is part two of the video. I got cut off earlier. I'm not exactly sure why, but as I was explaining and describing this, what happens is there's a lot of energy that goes into these things. Let me see. There we go. So this is a glow-in-the-dark Yeming Ju, they call it, from China, and it's made into a jade egg. It's mixed with a couple other different stones and made into this. Anyways, it glows in the dark. Usually it's green, but on that day, it started glowing blue. And then I went into the David Dova show, and as soon as I walked in there, everybody from everywhere started to come up to me and say, "Wow, what is that? Who are you?" And I let everybody hold it. And probably 50 people in a row held it at that show and really were blown away on it. And I got to meet them and hang out with them, and the community started to come together as a gigantic vortex of communication. I realized that after building this for that long and then just finishing it right then during that time that the auroras started coming through, that the energy coming from the sun that was coming in was asking to be received by open willing vessels, people like myself and you, creators, artists, musicians, beings that could, writers, channelers, people who could actually channel that divine information to them and through them. So this is an antenna, if you will, that actually picks up on those higher frequency vibrations, and it comes in and it roots in and it grounds to your center point. And you can even take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground and you can hold it up. And obviously, you know how when you do these postures and you call in the higher frequencies down to the middle frequencies, down to the lower frequencies, and then you ground out. So as you ground out, you pull that energy up to you and through you and send it all the way around, and a toroidal field flows back in and out. That's kind of what's not kind of, that is what's happening in the center of here. So these are tensor coils, tensor rings, and these are half cubits. So all these tensor rings emit a frequency to the center as well, called a tensor field. So this is the torus field inside tensor field. And inside that, we have these different coils of 16, 9, and 11, symbolizing the harmonization of water, electricity, and it resonates through the law of resonance to the Great Pyramids. And all pyramids on the planet, they have a harmony, and that harmony that they have is in the form of 16. So when you put 16 coils, 9 coils, and 11 coils, it's symbolizing harmonizing the electricity and the water inside of us. And then on here we have a bunch of gears, and the gears are all coming together, helping it so that it spins and goes. Because the toroidal field is infinitely non-destructively exiting and re-entering itself as the blood flows in and out, as your heart and your breath goes in and out. We're harmonizing together in this rhythm and in this song. And this piece right here is to help assist us as an antenna for that plasma vortex energy that comes off of the great central sun into every cell in our body through horizontal, or we call it longitudinal energy or implosion. And right here it says 888, 888. And so when I began this last year on the 888 portal on top of Mount Shasta, it's taking me this long to channel it into existence and just recently finish it. So I have a lot of little symbols inside of there. And then on top of all of that, we have different jades and all of the stones on the outside. But inside this pipe, there are at least, I'm not sure, hundreds of kinds of stones. So I can tell you there's lightning struck sand called fulgurite. Then there's lava from the top of Mount Shasta. And then there's red rock from Sedona, Arizona. And then there's a miracle stone, which is from, yeah. And then there's moonstone, selenite, kyanite, turquoise, blue apatite, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, and lapis lazuli, jade, Lemurian quartz crystal, tiger's eye. That's a buffalo horn carved into a spiral right there. And brass and copper through the whole entire thing. Just a tiny bit of brass, neodymium magnets on the inside as well. A whole bunch of other crushed crystals into a powder on top of the ones that are all inside of there that are all whole. Then there's all the crushed crystals into a powder. And if I didn't say carnelian, there's also carnelian in there. So this entire recipe has been built and put together for the intentions of calling your vibe attracts your tribe. Call your community to you. And how you anchor this in and how you call your community is you invite over a couple of friends and you start a topic of discussion based on something that you want to bring into your life. So, for example, if you like vegan potlucks with drum circles and good people having a great time and communicating higher frequency vibrations about monoatomic gold and colloidal silvers and Sheila J and playing singing bowls and gongs, and if you want to play, you want to bring that into your reality, you would call over your friends and you would have them uh, bring over some sort of offering to your place, like a dish of food or something, and you'd have a potluck. And then you would bring this out and you'd pass this around to everybody and you'd have them tell you what they think about it and what they feel and have it as a talking stick that can go around, if you will. And as you pass this around and it comes back to you, you're going to have a bunch of stories. And those stories are what's going to weave together your community. Those stories are what's going to show you who the community is that's around you and what they're interested in and how they can participate in this, bringing more of this golden age into existence for your own community. So I build these and I call them tools for transformation because they're here to help assist us in our transforming this life that we live around us into the best version of what we actually came here to do. So anyways, that was a long story about why I made this, and that's not even all of it. That's just the beginning, and I just wanted to share a little bit about it because I know that whomever gets it wants to know why I made it. So you can hold it like this, and you just walk into a room. Immediately, people are gravitating to it, and they want to know about it. So you got to tell your story wisely. What do you want people to know about you and your world? And who are you? I am Sebastian Wolf. I am your intergalactic time traveling genie and the host of the Sacred Stage page. I have Shopify account, thesacredstage.store, and Mount Shasta Healing Tools, MT Shasta Healing Tools. Blessings for now. I hope you like this video. Follow, subscribe, and say hello out there to all of the tribe that you're going to meet when you pick up this piece. That's Onira in the background right here. That's Galaxy down there. And we are honored to make this and talk to you.